All right. It is not 3 a.m., but we're going back to doing our little summer project, just like a few hours each day so I don't go insane. This is what we have right now. And honestly, I cannot for the life of me get these fucking shooters to work. So here's what we're gonna do. We're not gonna worry about that right now. What I kind of want to work on right now is something a little bit more fun. I want to see if I can work on the physics for this. Right now, whenever he shoots, he just kind of just stands there. He only goes back a certain amount. I want to do a thing to where you can hold to click, and if you hold it, then the longer you hold it, then it'll make like a bigger projectile and it'll launch you back further versus if you just click. So I think the first way to start would be to just have it so that way, instead of firing on click, it fires whenever you click and hold. So let's see what we can do. I think if mouse down, then wait mouse until not mouse down. That might cause problems later though. I think what I want to do is I want to create a variable that tracks how long your mouse was down. So then we're going to set the mouse down time to 0. Then I think we're going to want a message maybe. Let's see if there's anything that will already exist that can help me. Timer could work. Let's do that. I feel like that might cause problems later because the timer is always running. I want something that just works whenever. So we can instead just do this. Or I think we could just, I have an idea. We send a message. New message name will be calculate hold time. And then when I receive calculate hold time, what we can do is we can set time. And then there's a wait. So we can, there's a repeat until, isn't there? Repeat until mouse not down. We can wait 1 second and then change by +1. And that'll make the charge. And then whenever we release, boom. AC. We can do this, I think. And then let's remove the timer. I mean, I think that's exactly what I wanted to do. And then when I start as a clone, what if we scale the bullet size to scale with mouse down time? So the percent's already there. So we can just do mouse down time times 10. I think what we want to do is we want to have it it's kind of small. But then if we hold down for like I think we need like logarithmic or something. Maybe log 2 of x. They have a lot of math here. But I'm assuming this log is log 10. Maybe the natural log works fine. So let's say we hold it down for 0.1 seconds. Okay, we need that. And then and then 5. So we're gonna be. So maybe we can do that times 50. And let's say we somehow hold it down for 5 seconds. I think that works perfectly. And then whenever we get to our physics, we can. And are we able to do this? So that way. See, I'm starting to think that's not 1 second though. I'm starting to think that's a little bit slower than a second. Yeah, see, that's just not 1 second though. That's longer than a second. It's slower than a second. Maybe. No, that's faster. Huh. Somehow that's working almost perfectly. I guess maybe the runtime of this is 0.05 seconds, or the time that it takes. You know what? I'm not going to question it. I would really like this to not be the natural log. What is log 2 of x equal to that I can recreate? Because it doesn't let me set the how can I approximate log 2 of x? using simple operators. Is that possible? I don't know. Maybe it's not that important. I think we might be good with that for now. We don't need this timer function anymore. But no, let's not. Let's work on this. Let's make a block. And then let's see what input. We want this input. We need friction for sure. What does run without screen refresh do? What does that mean? Okay, yes, we definitely want this then. I'm pretty sure all we need is friction. Is there a thing? Wait. How do I name this block? Let's see. I'm sure there's probably. It's been. This is like math. I guess we can start out by. Is there not a way to name? How do I name this shit? Name? Hello? Yeah, okay. Hold on. This is okay. Um calculate move. Yeah. Friction. Boom. Custom blocks are hard. So if it's 10, there should be a move and function, right? A glide. Oops, that's not the one. Because that's run without refresh. So I wanted to do this. So we want it to be the reciprocal of mouse, which is should be mouse downtime over 1, right? Or 1 over mouse downtime. And then kind of want to just divide that again by like 5. So if it's like 1, then that'll be. But if it's, then it would be faster. Maybe 5 is too much. Let's try 3. Two. Exposition minus 10. And then y exposition minus 10. Is that how it works? No, that just keeps on moving me minus 10. I think maybe we don't use a glide function. I think maybe that's still useful though. We want to move negative however many. And I think we're going to multiply this by. We're going to multiply. I want to edit this and add a second plot called blast power. Blast power. So we'll have a friction of 5 and the blast power of 2. So that way we want let's have it be. Hmm. Let's see. Negative infinity, huh? I wonder why that is. No, it's not. It's not 0. What are you talking about? If it was 0, then it wouldn't be moving, would it? Maybe it's because it's negative. I don't know. I guess we could just do join to make it negative. That always works, I guess. Maybe, I think maybe it was easier to just have it be this. And I think, say, maybe that's good enough. And we can have it be. Since we're not using We're gonna have to calculate this using the direction, aren't we? I'm thinking. Right now, it's just moved backwards. There has to be a way to turn the direction that we're looking into math that'll calculate. I'm trying to think of some math. Logistically, how would that work? So, if it's facing 90 degrees, we want it to just go back. If it's facing up, oops. What operators do we have? There's probably like some way to do like, there's probably trigonometry involved, isn't there? I'm thinking. Unless I'm just stupid and there's an easier way to do it. Let's see. If it's facing in this direction. Hmm. I'm thinking. If it's negative, we're going to be moving left. So I think, join, let's start with this. Join negative direction. And we can change y by negative direction. No, because we want it, if it's from negative 90, damn. If only I took like anything. Oops. I have to figure it out on my own. Who the fuck is honking? Bro, shut the fuck up. It probably has to do with one of these. We could probably just wing it. No, because that doesn't work. Because if it's, we just multiply it by -1, right? Not join. But let's make it -10. Somehow, I have no idea fucking how that worked like first try. Genuinely, what the shit? That's like exactly what I wanted it to do. If it's doing this way, it'll go all the way. Genuinely, what the shit? Okay. Then can we do the same thing with y? Surely it's not going to work if we just duplicate that. Let's see. Let's just try cosine. Holy shit, it's just cosine. Hold on. No way this is. I'm not tripping. That's just perfect, isn't it? And instead of changing, we can make that. Shit, I know nothing about trigonometry, but somehow this fucking worked, man. Don't ask me how. Also, we could probably have blast power equal to the mouse down time times negative 50. Mm. 2x is I'm curious to see. Let's actually not do this. Let's take 2 negative. No, it's probably we only, I think, plus operators. I don't know why I went there. Yeah, I don't think negative operators are it, but I'm going to keep this one here. And then x position plus. And I'm curious if this works. Oh, holy shit. What was the thing that we had earlier that calculates? I'm going to keep this up here just in case. I think that was what we wanted. All right, we're going to duplicate this because I have some tinkering that I want to do. And I don't want to mess up my work. So times friction. And then if I can't figure this out, then I didn't ruin everything. Do we need friction? Friction. This was really messy code. Looks ugly as shit. But I guess it works. Set friction to friction. And then we can have this repeat. Huh. Repeat until friction is 0. There's really no less than or equal to. I have to do equal to or less than. What if instead of glide, we just I think that's where we're gonna have to end it, guys. I'll figure this out another time.